Hello everyone, Fanta here, you're watching FANTAVISION, and today we're discussing Microsoft's reversal of what we just talked about yesterday, which was the doubling of the price of Xbox Live. Now, there are a lot of people that are going, oh wow, this is great, Microsoft listens to their community, and they're such a good company, and they're so apologetic. Okay, first of all, is this really the first time you've ever dealt with a company that's done something like this? Really? Were you born yesterday? Or are you just stupid? Look, they aren't sorry that they did it. They're sorry that they couldn't get away with it. That's what's happening here. They're not the good guys in this situation. Yeah, I will give them a shred of credit, the fact that they did reverse it, but I'm barely giving them that because the damage that would have done to the Xbox brand would have been huge. Permanently huge. Now, they did damage the Xbox brand. I'm not going to lie. There's still going to be a lot of people that saw that initial report and went, oh, well, they're just going to do it again down the line. I don't trust them anymore. They're going to do something scummy in the future. And I want a PlayStation. And I saw so many comments underneath my video, so many tweets saying, I'm just going to buy a PlayStation, screw Microsoft. And that is a healthy, wonderful mindset to have, because screw a company that is looking to double the price of a service that I still don't understand why we're paying for. Like, do you know? I personally don't, because I've never had to pay an online subscription to just play video games online unless it was an MMO, and I understood what the money was going towards. It was going towards updates and new stuff. I don't know what I'm paying for when it comes to Xbox Live and PlayStation Network or Nintendo Online. As far as I know, Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony aren't the ones hosting the servers for every single game on their platform. I'm pretty sure the developers do that and the publishers do that. But I'm going to do a research thing on that, and we'll see a video in the future on that, because I really am curious now after this has happened. Now, again, another thing that Microsoft is desperately trying to get an attaboy from, but again, shouldn't, because this is how it should have been to begin with, is the fact that they are making it free to play online for free-to-play games. So you no longer have to have Xbox Live Gold to play free-to-play games like Fortnite, Apex Legends, and whatever other free-to-play game you want to play. And I'm not going to give you credit because everybody else was doing that already. It's like when PlayStation finally allowed crossplay after being like just dragging their feet for no reason. I don't understand why they didn't allow crossplay for the longest time. I did not give them credit for that because they were really shitty about it to begin with. And that's what Microsoft's been doing. They've been charging people for this long. They tried to double down and then failed completely. Everybody called what they were doing what it was, which was complete bullshit, and they had to backpedal and try to make themselves look good and recover some of their image, though, like I said, I think their image is definitely stained for a while. I don't think it's as bad as when the Xbox One was originally announced, and they said you had to play online, and there were going to be no used games, which absolutely murdered the Xbox One and tarnished the image of the Xbox One for years. And those statements were probably a huge contribution as to why Xbox failed so badly in the last generation. And I think as they saw this backlash, they're like, oh no, we did it again. We need to backpedal and try to make ourselves look good in the process. I think if people did not say as much as they did, if a bunch of people didn't make videos about it, if they didn't get that wave of disapproval and anger, they would have just done it 100%. It's true. It's not like they're gonna fall asleep and then overnight feel bad about it. Oh man, we're gonna double our profits from something that they shouldn't be paying for in the first place. Oh, I feel so bad. We're gonna return it. We're gonna reverse our idea. We're gonna reverse everything. Don't worry, guys. No, they would never do that sort of thing. They needed that giant backlash. And that's why all those people that defend corporations are corporate bootlickers and talk about how entitled and whiny gamers are. Okay, look. The video game industry is the most greedy industry out there. I mean, think about it. Do you have to pay DLC for your music? No. You get this subscription, you get all the music. You pay for a movie, like a Blu-ray, you get everything on the Blu-ray. You're not missing parts of the movie that you then have to buy. Whereas in video games now, we have gambling in the form of loot boxes, predatory microtransactions. We have other predatory things that prey upon people's FOMO. So you've got these stores with changing times and you only have a certain amount of time to buy a certain thing. And there's all these different things that are going on, all this mental trickery and all this utter BS. And yet these people have the gall to say that we are whiny and entitled when the game industry, if we give them an inch, takes a mile. And to those people, what is wrong with you? Honestly, what is missing up here? Have you been brainwashed? Did they black bag you, take you underground, and force you to just not be a human anymore? I don't quite understand it. Why anybody would ever defend a corporation that does not care a single solitary shit about you. I don't get it. And I also want to comment on people saying, oh, well, I'm just going to go PlayStation. Remember, PlayStation's still charging for PSN, and at any point, they could just raise the price of PlayStation Network and try to do the same sort of thing that Microsoft did. But unlike Microsoft, I don't think Sony would undo it. And if they were to reverse it, it would take them a lot longer than just a day. I mean, like I said, cross-compatibility was a huge sticking point that they did not want to deal with because they were winning. And that's another thing, is that Microsoft is not winning right now. So it's absolutely shocking that they tried to pull this sort of move. If they were the #1 leader of selling all these different consoles, they were killing it, it would make total sense why they tried to do this. But it's completely nonsensical to me why they tried to do this when they're already dead last. Like I said in the last video, what are they doing? You're dead last. You need all of the reputation in the world. You need everybody loving you in order to come back from what the Xbox One was, which wasn't a total failure, but it was certainly not a great time for Microsoft when it came to their gaming division. Game Pass is this amazing thing that can attract people to the Xbox platform or even PC. And it is a huge, amazing value, okay? We can't deny that. But pushing people to it, forcing them to switch over to Game Pass, is the most scumbag thing that they could have done. Just keep making something better to attract people to it, and then they'll move over. You know, you've already done so many different things that convert people to Game Pass Ultimate to try to hook them into that Game Pass service. Just keep doing that. I've heard it's working. I've seen the numbers. It's great. And if they really want people to get Game Pass, I think making Xbox Live free would be the way to go. Honestly, I think Xbox as a platform would skyrocket in sales. It would demolish the console war if it had free online. That would be a huge selling factor to the system. And believe it or not, I think would make more money in the long run because more people would have the console, so more people would want to play Game Pass. They would get that fear of missing out when it comes to all those games that are constantly being added to that service. You have hundreds of games available for a pretty decent price, and I think you'd be able to attract people with even a bigger audience on your system. But now they've completely undone any of this idea that I'm coming up with right now. Honestly, all the good favor that free Xbox Live would garner has been completely demolished by the fact that they've just tried to double the price of it. It just seemed like a very stupid business move, and it didn't make sense to me at all. And I think a lot of people are feeling the same way. They don't understand why Microsoft did this, and I don't know that we ever will. I mean, Phil Spencer's trying to apologize. Everyone's trying to say... In fact, let me just read this. I want to read Microsoft's tweet about it because I hate it. It just really pissed me off. Today was not great. We always try to do our best for you, and today we missed the mark. We hear you, and we're reversing our Xbox Live Gold pricing updates. No, you don't always have us in mind. Are you kidding me? We always try to do our best for you? No, you don't. This proves it. This proves it. That was... What a terrible tweet. Today was not great. Today was not great. Are you trying to humanize a corporation? It's ridiculous. It's such a stupid... It's a stupid response to a very stupid decision that these people made. I think it's going to be a while before Microsoft can recover from this reputational hit. I think a lot of people will forgive them right away, but there's going to be a lot of people like me that will remember this. We will remember this. I hope you do too, because we need to remember and catalog every single thing these corporations do, because we need to always remind ourselves, even though we're having a lot of fun with these products that these companies are making for us, these companies are not our friends. Thanks for watching, everyone. Of course, like the video if you guys liked it. Comment down below how you feel about this whole situation. Subscribe for more content, and have a fantastic day. See you, everybody.